Hi, I'm Tom Mullaney, and this is day one of the 5-day essential email templates for undergrads. The focus of today's email template is letters of recommendation. A letter of recommendation is a letter that you request from a faculty member in support of your application, be it for a job, a fellowship, a grant, or otherwise. Many students don't know when to ask for such a letter or how. In the email template you now have, you can use this to start reaching out to professors. Now, just as an added tip, who should you focus on? Who should you ask to write the letter, and when should you make this request? Let's talk about the when first. A good rule of thumb is that you should always request a letter of recommendation at least 1 month in advance of the deadline, ideally more. This is especially true if the person you're asking has never written you a letter before. This is their first letter that they need. Now, there are emergency situations where you might need one in a few weeks, something like that, but those are few and far between. You want to convey to the faculty member that you are mature, responsible, that you are looking ahead and paying attention to what you need for your application, and that you have more than enough time to prepare someone by giving them enough time, writing to them, letting them know what the fellowship is, and giving them plenty of time to write the letter. The second question is who to ask. Some students make the mistake of believing that luminary Professor X in their 1,000-person computer science class is the person to ask because they were the director of this and the former president of that. Wrong. If you are in a massive class, there is a very good chance that this professor has no idea who you are, has probably never graded any of your homework directly, is a terrible choice for a letter writer. At best, you'll get a mediocre kind of pro forma letter. At worst, they might deny your request or sometimes have someone else like their grad student assistant write it for them. Just not a good idea. You want to focus on a professor or someone else of stature in your college or university who is deeply aware of your work, someone whose class you've taken, that you did well in, you had plenty of one-on-one conversations, especially during office hours, someone who really can speak to you and give a detailed letter. It's better to get an assistant professor who really knows your work and can really write a thorough letter rather than a full professor, super famous professor with whom you have had no real interaction. Download the template, take a look, and by all means, send questions if you have any. Good luck today.